Hey guys, it's Ross Scott on the Space Couch today. We're joined by the Emirates A380 because we're going to take a look through this Gatwick Airport by Gordon Bain. And obviously that plane was, until just a few weeks ago, a regular visitor to Gatwick. And there you just see on the back an Emirates A300-600 and a Monarch 757. I think it was via Paris or continued on to Manchester, the flight to Dubai back in the day. So there is Gatwick Airport, very familiar to many of you, of course, myself included. Northwest Airlines 747-200. They were based in Minneapolis, which is where I did my college year abroad in the United States back in 92, 93. Never got a chance to fly on these guys because I flew via New York and Chicago to Minneapolis. These were the only ones who did non-stop. Classic Delta TriStar. I have flown on a TriStar a couple of times. Rich International to Florida, and then it was Air Transat to Canada. The old Air New Zealand colours when they used to fly to Gatwick. City Flyer. I've actually flown on City Flyer. I think that must have been that boarding pass stub that we came across in the airline. Was it the airline book? On one of those books recently. It would have been from them. Ambassador Airlines, long gone, of course, 757. Excalibur Airways. A320s was very attractive livery. The A320 had not been in service for many years at all, maybe less than 5 when this came out. And I remember my mate's girlfriend at uni in our second year or something, she'd been on holiday to Greece or somewhere on Excalibur, and I was so jealous that she got to fly in an A320. Not that it meant anything to her. An A320 and a 757 of the old Monarch colours, the yellow and the black, also sadly gone. Lufthansa 737, there's an A300. Britannia and Meridiana, they're gone as well now, I think. Not that long ago. Classic colours. I remember the previous livery to that one. I saw that at Newcastle Airport when I was plane spotting. Trans-Swede Airways, very attractive livery. Continental, they're still flying, well, maybe not right this moment, but they still serve Gatwick normally, I believe. Canadian Pacific, another one long gone, with the famous orange colours in the 1970s and early 80s. They merged into Air Canada. SAS, Lufthansa. I have flown on a 747-400 of 737-400, sorry, of BA, because I've flown on BA out of Gatwick many times on 737, so I have been on one of those. Because I was going through that list the other day, wasn't I, of ones I'd been on and ones I hadn't. A DC-10 of BA, never got to fly in one of theirs, and Jersey European, again a very attractive livery on this plane. The classic 146. Transavia. I have flown on them actually to Amsterdam, and that was a mission. We were supposed to get the coach to Holland. We got dumped in a service park halfway in the middle of Kent and abandoned, and we had to make our own way. Air Mauritius and Trans-European Airways, a charter carrier, long gone. Air Tours also long gone or morphed into something else. I forget who now. They had so many name changes. Inter-European also gone. American Airlines. This livery is not that long phased out. The MD-11 has long since gone out of the fleet, although I did see one of them when I came back from a year in the United States, landing back at Heathrow. Our United 767-300 was parked next to one of these, and there is a 767. Never flown on American Airlines. There's an Emirates A310, which they also flew at. So the A300, A310, A330, A340. I think they've ordered the A350, obviously the A380. 727, 737, I think that's everything they've operated. And cargo planes as well. 747 there too. So, and there's more of the MD-11. Very attractive in that livery. The old Virgin livery. This is the livery that my broke down A340 wears, the one that looks like an A330. Ava Air, they've had several livery changes since then. 767, I think that one goes via Vienna. 747 goes via Bangkok. Philippines, long time since they served the UK, I think. And Afrater, a Zimbabwe cargo airline. And there is Air Zimbabwe. Still flying those 767s. At least now they can fly them for passengers instead of for the president. There is Meridiana and several others. But that's right, that's Boeing 737 and Virgin was Virgin Southeast European Airways or something. And it's a Greek carrier that was franchising the brand, I think. Meridiana BAE 146. Air UK Leisure, which was part of Air UK, which was then merged into KLM. I think it might be called KLM UK or KLM City Hopper or something, I don't know. More Air Tours, MD-80. Some nice tails there, all the BA tails, so 747, DC-10, I think that was 737. Don't think there's any TriStars in there. And there's the other terminal. Quite a rare sight, the A320 in those old colours. This is one of the fleet of 10 they inherited from British Caledonian, along with a fleet of DC-10s. Air Malta, and there is formerly BA, and then BA Air Tours, and then after the merger with British Caledonian, BA Air Tours became Caledonian Airways, and the TriStar took on that livery, as did 757s. There may have been a 747, I'm not sure. And I think there would have been DC-10s as well. There's just some more City Flyer. GB Airways, they're gone now, or franchised into British Airways or something. US Air, which is now part of American Airlines. Cathay and Garuda. The old Cathay colours. Brathens, Nigerian carrier Ocado Air. They've had a varied fleet and a varied up and down history. But Brathens flew to Newcastle, to Bergen, I think. And it was always very exciting seeing that on the departure board when I was plane spotting there. And Monarch, BA, Air UK Leisure. Cyprus Airways. And Logan Air, I think that's Logan Air. Gill Air, they were based in Newcastle, and I may have flown them once. Monarch. TWA. And there's Delta. Almost finished with this now. Couple of BA DC-10s, but this is a 767-200, which BA never operated. This is a US airplane in BA colours. It was part of a code share agreement. So I think the crew US Air and the plane, or the plane is US Air painted into BA colours and it's BA staff or something. You know, they're quite complicated, those agreements. Air Ukraine. When I was coming back from New York from the work trip a couple of years ago, there was a flight to Kiev on Air Ukraine, but it was like 1 in the morning or something. And there is a Caledonian 757. So like that merger of the BA and British Caledonian liveries. And there is Air UK, a Fokker 100 and a BAE 146. Different liveries, of course, on those. And then Virgin 747 and the 737 of that franchisee. That's very nice. And then used to fly this from Heathrow to Newcastle all the time. It was a regular craft that was scheduled on that route, but occasionally it'd be back 111. although that was phased out by the time I was flying that route. Occasional 757, and then like the A320, A319 came in. And every once in a blue moon for a special occasion there'd be a larger aircraft. There is a BA 747. I think that's about it. Not quite. Trans-Sweden Ava Tales, and that is European Airways, I think it was called. One of their A300s, a charter airline. Classics, long gone. Air Europe, British Caledonian, Dan Air. Dan Air used to fly into Newcastle as well. And there we see that. People at the gate waiting for their flight to Florida. So there you go, guys. That's a look at Gatwick Airport. One of the many books of airports and airlines I have in my collection. We shall work through some of the others in due course, no doubt. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a common topic you'd like to see discussed. Or like the video.